Hey friends. Oh, it's Brandi and welcome to my first YouTube video. So today I'm gonna be giving you the tea about Sundown Ranch, Dr. Phil's Sundown Ranch, because guess who was sent there? I'm gonna give you one guess. It was me. I'm gonna be doing my makeup and I'm gonna tell you about it. Currently sitting on my sink right now on a ring light, so hopefully you don't fall. Stay right there. I'll be right back. I wasn't sent to Sundown Ranch for no reason. I was sent there when I was 16, 17. I believe I was 16, but I could have been 17. I don't know. It's been a while now. And I got sent there because I had a problem with cocaine in my teenage years. Sorry, I totally forgot to put my hair up. Okay, now that I look like a deranged bird, let's keep going. And just know that I'm not really that good at makeup either, just to put that out there. This is not like a tutorial. This is simply just me ranting. Anyways, I got sent to Sundown Ranch when I was 16, Dr. Phil's Sundown Ranch. Well, my mom didn't tell me that it was Dr. Phil's ranch at the time. She didn't want me to know anything about where I was going. But the brochures look really nice for that place. I've looked it up afterwards and they look real nice. I got like horseback riding. I never saw a single horse, but okay. Sorry, I'm gonna be real with you. I got like really, really high before I filmed this, so if it turns out shit, don't tell me anything about it, all right? I don't want to hear shit. All right, anyways, I haven't gotten anywhere in this story. I need to fucking focus. Picture this, you're 16, and then you get dragged out of your home one day and put into a car, and you drive for a very long time until you get to Canton, Texas, the middle of nowhere, fucking nowhere. Nowhere. You get out and you are at Sundown Ranch. This is what's gonna happen. You're gonna go talk to some lady or man about your problems and then why you need to be here. And then your parents sign a bunch of legal paperwork to sign your life away, basically. And then taken away from your family. You get to say goodbye at least. But you're taken away and then you are put into a pod, depending on what time of day it is. It's basically like a group of people around the same age as you and you're on like a team. So I got introduced to my team that day. The first question I'm asked, the very, very, very first question I'm asked when I walk into the door and I sit down is, what's your DOC? And at the time I had no idea what that meant. So I didn't say anything. I said, what is a DOC? It means drug of choice. But like, what happened to hello? How are you? How was your day? What happened to that? After I then tell them my DOC, we go around the room explaining everything. Not explaining everything, that's not the right words. We go around the room and we tell stories and how we got there, basically all this other stuff, just because I was the newbie and we were going to be on this team together for quite some time. I didn't know how long of a time at the time that I was going to be there, but I knew that it was going to be some time that I was going to be at this facility, so I was going to make the best of it, or whatever I could do. I don't even know what my 16-year-old mindset was. She was probably very, very angry. Just want to put this out here for clarification though. I am not angry with my parents at all for sending me to rehab. They had no idea any of this stuff would ever happen to me that I'm going to talk about. They had no bad intentions of putting me there. They were just trying to save my life, and they did. So I don't want to sound like I'm saying anything bad about them at all, or like sending me there was bad. And like, it's just not what they thought it was gonna be. Dr. Phil's a fucking liar. Anyways, we'll get to that. But first I need to go get a brush to set this. I forgot all my brushes, so I'll be right back. It was pretty normal for rehab. We kind of We eat meals together. Then you go off in your groups and we do little therapies and group sessions and stuff like that. I feel like all my blush just disappeared. Yeah, you're probably like, shut the fuck up. Let's get to the good part. Let's get to the good part. Okay. The thing you find out first and foremost, if you are a little sassy little teen like I was, and you had everything in the world to say, and no one could tell you anything, the first thing you're gonna find out is that they're gonna put you into the unit. And the unit is a little thing that they like to, it's like their little fun word for solitary confinement. That was their fun little word for solitary confinement. And that's when I realized that this place might not be all peaches and roses and everything that they expected it to be, and the horseback riding and the therapy. It might not be just that. So when you get sent to solitary for timeout, they make you change your socks into like their socks. I don't know, weird fucking rule, but whatever. Make you change your socks into their socks, and you just kind of chill there for 30 minutes in the fucking white room. And like, there's metal toilets. You gotta ask the fucking person. You gotta go up to the door and be like, hey, can I have some toilet paper? I gotta shit. Like, come on. It's so dehumanizing, but. And then they'll let you out and you go back to your group activities and whatever. But if you get sent there overnight, like I got sent there a lot overnight, you'd have to change into like these full white scrubs and white socks, instead of just changing your socks. So that happened to me probably one of the first few days I was there. I don't really remember what I did to get sent to solitary. It was probably something very minor, probably something stupid, because I was a teenager. I mean, I was literally 16 and so pissed at the world because I was in fucking rehab and detoxing, and I was a smoker too at the time. I'm trying to quit now, but that's besides the point. And I would see the kids, not kids, they were adults. I'd see the adults that were there always get to go on their smoke break, and I'd be like, please, for the love of God, let me have a drag. But I digress. At the time when I was in the unit, they only give you 2 books to read, and it's the AA book or the Bible. And if you don't know what the AA book is, it's just the Alcoholics Anonymous book. Basically the same thing for drug addicts. But that's the 2 books they gave us to read. And I read the AA book cover to cover. And then I read the Bible, but we'll get to that because there's a reason. And my team at the time, my team was crazy. The people on my team, I'm still looking for them to this day. They were some crazy motherfuckers, and I hope they're okay. But, oh fuck. See, I'm gonna keep it real with you today. Like, I'm gonna keep it really fucking real. I don't know what I'm doing. Don't follow this makeup tutorial. Don't comment anything about how this makeup looks. I swear to God. But on my team, we had, there was another boy there, and he was about my age, and I thought he was cute at the time. And we started sending, like, passing notes and stuff and doing all that little teenage secrecy, trying to keep it away from our team leaders and stuff like that, or the rehab counselors or whatever they were called. And we would, like, behind their backs. It was very scandalous until the day that we got caught doing that. And oh my gosh, I know you just saw that. Okay, the day we got caught doing that, oh my God, my eye, was the day that we both got sent to the unit. And when 2 different genders get sent to the unit, there's not really like a good separation system for it. There's like, they put you on opposite ends and that's about it. Like, and then they just have someone in the middle watching at all times. And then I think there's bathrooms on both ends too. So like they can have a girl's guide and a guy's side. But it can only fit a certain amount of people. Keep this in mind. Keep this in mind. It can only fit a certain amount of people into the unit. So we were getting sent there overnight. Obviously, we had just gotten busted. We were in trouble. And we were getting sent there overnight. So I'm gonna use these lashes, by the way. Not that I showed you anything else, but these are from the dollar store. I always get compliments on my lashes. Ladies or men and my non-binary friends, run to the dollar store because they got some good shit there sometimes. So we're both in the unit, just fucking pissed. I don't know, what else are you gonna do when you're in solitary? You just stare at the wall, literally. There's nothing to look at. They don't give you any color. They loved sensory deprivation. They loved it. No color. It was like the void. I hate the void. There's no color here. There's no sound. I fucking hate it. So we're sitting there, barbecue sauce on our titties. All of a sudden I hear the loudest scream come from the main area where they take you in and they change you and stuff, or like that's like the timeout area basically, is where there's like a little separate area if you go just for timeout or you need to be changed. I didn't even tell you that. Oh my God. I will get to another part of the story where they force changed me, but that's just a different part of the story that I didn't even get to yet. Okay. So I hear the loudest scream and all I hear is, "It's going through my hand." And I was like, what is going on out there? That sounds like there's cops. It sounds like there's multiple men. And it sounds like there's so much commotion happening from this lobby. And all of a sudden they break into the room where I am. And a lady comes in and she's like, "We have to get you out of here. I'll explain to you later. You can't stay here tonight. We're putting you back in the dorm. Not that you're not in trouble, but we're putting you back to wherever all the other girls sleep. And you, we'll tell you about it later," basically. And so I'm like, okay, whatever, I guess I'm getting out, so that's cool. And I walk out into this main area and I see my whole, I kid you not, my whole entire team of all the men that were on my team, all the boys, they're not men, they were children. But all the boys that were on my team were out there in the lobby, except for one. Juan was missing, and one of them was in handcuffs. The other one's screaming about something going through his hand. The cops are screaming. There's so much commotion, and I just don't know what to. I just fucking bowed my head and walked. I was like, I gotta go. See y'all later, basically. And I found out later that my entire team of boys decided to run that night. And I didn't tell you any context about the rehab facility, but there's nothing around this rehab for 14 miles other than residential areas. And we're in the middle of Texas. Texas. Everyone has a gun in Texas. You don't run onto someone's property that you don't know in Texas. So they end up catching my last teammate pretty soon after that. He had made it the furthest out of all of them, but they did end up catching him and bringing him back, and they all spent the night, at least the night, in the unit, and I'm pretty sure one of them almost went to jail because the cops showed up deep. When I tell you that we were 5-6 cop cars deep in the middle of nowhere, they probably had nothing else to do. So they pulled up deep for this. I thought for sure someone was going to jail, and then I remembered we're kids, so we're already basically in jail at the moment at rehab. So let me get to the time that they forced changed me. So trigger warning for assault, and if this kind of thing bothers you, then I'm very sorry. But I just want to tell my story. I had got sent to the unit that day for a timeout. It was my sister's birthday. I remember very vividly because I was very upset I was missing my sister's birthday. She's my only sister. We are very close. And I was so upset that I was missing her birthday. So I got sent to the unit for a little timeout, a little breather, because I had cussed someone out. And I got sent to the unit just for a timeout, but I was being a little sassy little shit that day. I'm not gonna lie. I was feeling frisky, feeling hot, and not frisky. Oh God. I was feeling hot, and I was feeling, oh, confrontational. That's the word. I was feeling confrontational. And I was ready for all the smoke that day. And so when they told me I needed to go in there and change my socks, I said, I like these socks. No. And they said, well, you have to change your socks. It's the rules. And I said, no, I don't like, no, I like these socks. I'm not gonna change them. And they said, okay, you're gonna change your socks or we're gonna change them for you. And I said, okay. And then they proceed to throw me over a table, kind of like arms out to my side and like chest over the table. And they start changing my socks. And I was like, this is not legal. I'm screaming this the whole time. I'm like, this is not legal. My parents didn't sign for this. What are you doing? And as soon as that girl picks up my foot, bah, bah, it went all the way up into her chin. And that is when they started forcibly changing me into scrubs. So they were taking my clothes off. They were putting me into scrubs. And then as soon as I was changed, they just threw me into the unit. So that was fucking traumatic, but not even probably the worst thing they've done at that facility. And it's probably not the worst thing that's ever had happened to somebody. So that's just fucking alarming. And I'm pretty sure they're still open. So let's get to the reason why I started reading the Bible after the AA book, because I wasn't very religious at the time. I'm still not very religious. I'm kind of more spiritual, but that's neither here nor there. The reason I started reading the Bible is because of the tornado that happened. So we had been on a severe weather advisory like all day. The rain was pounding, the wind was crazy. It was just really, really shitty weather. And I'd never been in a tornado before. I lived, for context, at the time I lived on the coast in Texas. I didn't know anything about a damn tornado. I've never experienced one, never been in one. And all of a sudden we're on tornado advisory. And we hadn't eaten yet, so they tried to get us into the food hall so we could eat some food. And it just, in the middle of it, the tornado apparently was like coming right for us. So we had to go. We had to leave. We didn't even get to finish our food. I was starving. We go and we shelter in place inside of the girls' dorm. And then some of the boys come into the girls' and then like vice versa. I think we either all went into the girls' dorm because of how it was situated and like the walls, or either we went boys and girls' dorm. I don't remember. All I remember is that it was a mix of all of us, because that wasn't just our teams anymore. Like we all just ran to where we could get covered. I'd never been in a tornado before. I'm shitting bricks. Boo-boo in my pants. I am shitting bricks. And all of a sudden, the atheist girl with the swastika tattoo on her hand came up to me and asked me to pray for her. And I said, I guess. I don't even know what to do in this trying time. You kind of scare me a lot, but I will pray for you. Because I don't want either of us to die right now. This is not where we need to die right now. Not in the fucking middle of Canton, Texas, in a Dr. Phil's rehab facility. What kind of bullshit would that have been? But luckily, the tornado, it went in like the garden area behind the building we were in. It touched down in the garden area, went over the building, touched down in the pond, in the lake, I guess, that we had. Never fucking saw it, but touched down the lake and left. So it barely missed us. It destroyed everything around us, basically. And for the next few days, they had the audacity to ask us to pick up debris like it was our job or something. And I was like, we almost just died. What do you fucking mean? There's no way in hell that I'm doing that. Send me to the unit again, I don't care. They'd already sent me there a million times. But they didn't, so. I was just like, you are not gonna make us pick up debris from this tornado that almost killed us. And for context, to be able to call your family while you're there, you have to have good points, and that's the good points you get to be able to go horseback riding too. But every single time you get sent to the unit, it deletes your points. So I had like no points. The only reason they let me call my family is because my family was frantically calling, hearing about the tornado, and they finally let me call my family and be like, hey, I'm alive. What's up, guys? It's just insane. And no, I did not get sent to the same ranch as Bad Baby. Bad Baby went to Turnabout. I went to Sundown. He has 2. But that would have been fucking sick as hell, because she low-key slaps. Anyways, I think this is my finished look, and I think that might be all the stories I have in my little head for right now. I'm sure I'll think of more in the upcoming days or whatever. If you want to hear more from me, just make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below, and I'm still looking for my fellow rehab mates. If you went to Sundown Ranch in the year 2016 or 2017, or you've been to Sundown Ranch at all, I want to hear your experience. I want to hear what the hell is going on there, because I have some theories. Thank you all for watching. This is my first time on here, so I hope I didn't butcher it too hard. Thank y'all for letting me rant, and I love you so much.